Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Cosmo Muse Tarot and your Wednesday glow up message. So my intention with the glow up messages when you come to them is that this is something that's on the horizon within a week, some kind of glow up that you will be coming into. And the deck that really jumped out as the focal kind of main theme of the glow ups, the different piles glow ups that we will be diving into was the Healing Waters deck. It just like very clearly kind of spoke up to me. So let's dive in. I'm not going to flip the cards over. I'm going to keep them face down, so I will also pull in some stones to put on top of them to help with pile selection. So let's get our 3 piles out. That one wants to jump out. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, let's get these straightened out and then I'll get some stones on them. Okay, so pile 1, we have flower agate. Pile 2 is sort of a quartz cluster. And pile 3, we have blue orca agate. So definitely if you feel drawn to more than one, that is perfectly okay. If you're not feeling any of them, try in a week, come back and try again. But yeah, feel into these piles, see which one or ones are calling you in, and timestamps will be in the description so you can jump straight to your pile or piles, and I will see you guys in your readings. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your pile. So pile 1 with flower agate, and I'll just put your stone to the side. So this Healing Water card is going to be your main theme. I'm also going to use a moon card from the Moonology deck to kind of add into this, and I'm going to just be using my own associations. I'm just using that deck to get sort of a lunar mood, but sometimes this deck has, none of them are like bad interpretations, but some of them aren't like healing, right? Or like glow uppy. So I will just be kind of taking note of the lunar energy and giving my own association to add on to the theme here. And then there are a couple other little oracle cards we will add as well. Okay, so let's get your main theme. You have deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experiencing depths. Oh, really cool. And I just can't help but notice, I'll hold this card up so you can get a good view of it because it's so pretty. This absolutely feels like you really opening your energy up to like your imagination, to your depths, to the unseen, you know, the way of the mystic, just like really diving in, feeling called to and open to and moving toward those unseen energies, whether that is the unseen and the mystical or your own depths or a little bit of both, kind of like your own depths mingling with the unseen and the mysticism of life, and having just some like really beautiful, deep experiences that help you to feel very open and flowing and a little bit free as well. But I do just feel a touch of magic here. But it's partially your own energy opening up to depth and to the unseen and to the mystic, and just like, yeah, something special happening in response to that. So really beautiful, beautiful. I love that. I mean, honestly, just tune into that image and whatever that conjures for you specifically too. Tune into that. Okay, let's get one of the Moonology cards to add something more specific here. And we've got full moon in Scorpio, time to release negativity. So again, like I said, I'm kind of giving my own interpretations here. Full moons are about that time of opening to our depths. So a full moon in general makes sense here. And Scorpio is about really being willing to go under the surface of things, to dive into psyche, to dive into the mysteries of life, the intensity of life, into intimacy and entanglement. I feel that as like intimacy with your depths, intimacy with the divine, and really exploring and going into the rabbit hole of mysticism to really get intimate with it, to really feel the intensity of it. So there is a fullness here, there is a depth here, and there is an intensity here, but one that feels good, one that's sort of like, I'm that daring and that open and feeling that kind of intense within myself in a positive way that I can open up to really intense experiences and intimate experiences in the mysteries of life, in the secrets of life, and in my own inner secrets, the divine secrets, whatever secrets there are, whatever mysteries there are. There's just something beautiful and magic and intense and inspiring going on with this. So I love that addition. It really did add some intensity there, which I think is cool. Okay, let's get a what is a Sacred Destiny card as well to add to this. Ooh, forgiveness. Interesting. I feel this as having come into, I don't know if right now when you're reading this or in the previous weeks before this, there have been some things on your heart and mind that have been hard to get past, whether that's actions of others or just your own sort of feelings and intensity inside that you haven't liked and have struggled to let go of, or to, maybe things you have even been engaged with that you weren't proud of yourself for, or you're beating yourself up about for whatever reason. Could be a little bit of both, but I feel like as this glow up comes in, this is indicating that you're getting over that. You're letting things go, whether it's like needing to forgive yourself or others or both, or a circumstance. There's just something that's like you're getting over something. And that does actually bring into that it's time to release negativity. There's something you're getting over that's allowing you to really open up to much more beautiful, mystical, magical energy. It's sort of like the intensity that's been harboring inside, when it gets let go, then gets matched with like positive intensity and positive understanding, and a lot of times when we figure out how to get over something, when we figure out how to forgive something, it can release this new spiritual understandings have developed in order to do that. And so it's like maybe some new spiritual development that you've gained is allowing you to, beyond being able to let go of some things, open up more intensely to the divine, allow a little bit more intensity in the divine mysteries, in your own depths, in a beautiful, because this is about a glow up, in a beautiful, inspired way. So yeah, maybe this glow up has a lot to do with having some new spiritual understandings of how to hold intensity, get past intensity, and then use intensity in beautiful, magical ways. Very cool. Okay, let's just get a divine feather message for you guys to end. We've got Pelican, choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Well, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. That just tags on to everything we've been feeling and talking about. Your vibration is raising, but in like this understanding of how to really positively hold intensity, how to move past intensity, and how to live with some beautiful intensity and some inspired intensity rather than harboring and wallowing in negative intensity, right? Okay, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Happy glow up. I hope it's a glow up, so this will feel amazing despite some of the intensity talk here. So enjoy it. I hope it's beautiful. And yeah, if this resonated, I always appreciate support with likes, shares, and subscribes. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments as well. And I hope to see you in future readings. Hello, beautiful pile 2. Welcome to your glow up. You guys chose this quartz cluster, which we will just put off to the side here. So let's dive into your glow up that is coming for you sometime in the next week. The theme is going to be from this Healing Waters card. There are a few other oracle cards I'll use. One of them is a Moonology deck, which sometimes most of the messages are positive, but sometimes they can be more challenging. So just to preface before we get into that deck, I am using that because of the water element here and the moon's association with that to get a mood based on the phase of the moon and the sign of the moon or whatever lunar thing comes through. So I'm likely going to be putting my own associations versus potential messaging on the card. I wanted to tap into some moon energy, and that was a good deck to at least kick that off. Okay, let's dive in. We've got the main theme for you is clear waters, so clear vision, confirmation, right timing, and opportunity. Beautiful. So definitely indicating that you're maybe coming out of some period or phase where maybe there's been some uncertainty or some clouded vision, right? Like not knowing, at least in some aspect of your life, a right move or any kind of clarity about what to do about something or how to move towards something you want or what you even wanted in some certain situation. But like wherever you've felt clouded, this glow up is indicating clear vision coming through, and that in itself aligns itself with opportunity. And when you are clear about things, timing tends to snap in, right? I don't even see this as like divine timing. I feel like right timing is just an indication that like clarity happens, and so things align with that, and it will feel like right timing, but it's your own energy attracting things. But like momentum, clear vision, bringing happenings, like bringing alignments, bringing happenings, bringing openings to you, which is really cool. Okay, so let's get that moon card, which I might just add kind of my own way of interpreting. Full moon in Taurus. So full moons definitely bring the fertile timing. And Taurus has a lot to do with voice, with knowing your self-worth, with finding like a really deep connection to your 5 earthy senses, which allow you to find a certain pleasure and sensuality and kind of animalistic love of living. So in talking about some kind of opportunity, or, because this does feel like something very specific coming into vision and then opportunity coming in to match it. And then with that Taurus energy, there could be something about income coming in here. or just knowing what you value, like how to draw pleasure or material into your life based on really understanding what gives you pleasure and what you value and how you value yourself coming in here. So this is quite a pragmatic and clear, interestingly, because like I'm thinking with these water cards, this is going to be very flowy stuff, but this is actually quite, yeah, like focused and pragmatic energy coming in here, which I would imagine if you've come to this pile, that will feel relieving to you. Maybe you've been sort of lost in that watery realm and like, no, I want like a focus and a practical forward step here. And this does say your dream needs a practical plan, which doesn't, that's not the way I would word it for a glow up. I just think practical plans are coming into focus naturally is what that feels like to me, or organizing around you, right? Okay, so let's get, yeah, change. Okay, so that is confirming that like some, based on like some clarity that's coming through for you, whatever kind of events or openings or opportunities align with that clarity of vision will bring some new direction to your life, will bring a change in some aspect of life. Yes, I mean that can be very like a very generic thing to say, so I want to like emphasize that like of course when we finally have clarity about something in our life and opportunities come, of course there's movement, there's change there. We know that, that's obvious, right? So the change card coming up here to me is saying that like this is like a turning point. It's really changing your direction in some big way. It isn't just like, oh yeah, there was a change in life, this thing, like I got clear about something and then there was an opening and that feels good to have that aspect of life moving, you know, but that could be a very minor aspect of life. So this is indicating, no, it's like a big thing though. Like it's very noticeable, very impactful type of change that's coming due to some clear vision coming in. Okay, to end this, let's get a message from the divine, something to leave you with. Parrot, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. So maybe some clarity even coming in about what you even want, right? Like being able to tune out all the shoulds or all of the norms or all of the just ways you've been doing things, ways other people are doing things, and being able to like really come into a certain stillness and centering within you and getting more clear about what really specifically is lighting you up outside of any of what's going on in life with others, with you right now, like shutting that all off and just somehow finding that center of like, what do I want though? What is this thing I'm unclear about? Like, why am I unclear? And by really tuning everything out and getting into my center, what is it I can tap into that suddenly brings some clarity, that suddenly turns a light on? So I do feel this glow up, Spirit saying that like a moment's coming where I think that's going to just like happen for you naturally. I don't always feel glow ups in terms of like you have to give effort to something. That's usually something that's already been incubating, that you've kind of put energy into, and then it sort of fruits, right, or blossoms. And so this coming in isn't saying like this is what you need to do. I think this is going to suddenly happen where some kind of switch turns and you're really able to shut out life and really tune into your core and your center. Like a moment's going to happen where you really get deeply inside of you to your deepest center, and something just turns on. Some clear is like the light switch goes on and something just becomes clear for you. Yeah, so very cool. I would imagine this is a relieving reading for some people. If there's a specific thing that you've been really unclear about, this could be, really nice message to hear. So I hope this did resonate. I hope there is something that you're excited to have clarity about. Maybe you don't know what that is, and then the clarity comes and you were like, I didn't know I wasn't clear about that. Either way, it's your glow up, so however it matches for you. All right, if this did resonate, I always appreciate support with likes, shares, subscribes. Those are easy ways to do that. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments as well, but just thank you for being here in general. That is supportive in itself, and I thank you for letting me read for you. So I will see you in future readings. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your glow up reading, something that's coming in for you within the next week. You may even already be feeling it. I didn't say that for the other 2 piles, so I do, since that came up, like maybe you guys, this is one's coming a little quicker. Okay, so I'm going to put your blue orca agate stone to the side here. We're going to jump into the main theme through the healing water deck, and then I have a couple more oracle cards that will come out. The second deck I'm going to be using right after this first card is, just to kind of preface something, is it's called the Moonology Oracle, and it's sort of a lunar oriented one. Some of the messaging on the cards, they're not necessarily negative, but some of them don't necessarily align with like a glow up message. So just to preface that, before cards come out, just know that like I'm using that lunar deck because of the water association. It just felt right to use it with the healing waters, but I'm going to be giving, I'm just using it to mine information about atmosphere here. So like, the moon in astrology has a lot of energy around atmosphere, environment, how we're feeling. And so I'm just kind of trying to tap into moon phase and moon sign to understand aspects of your glow up. Okay, so enough about that. Let's dive in. Okay, so your main theme, let's check this out. Ooh, the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. So really turning on the switch of receptivity feels like it's coming up here, like an ability to relax into life giving to you. And not just from like an entitled place, from a place of like there's a karmic balancing out going on, and it's like you intuitively are in flow with some universal laws, and I think we'll just naturally be kind of opening to like, yeah, this is a phase right now for me to receive. Like I've been putting a lot into life and giving a lot of effort to life, and something feels right now to kind of relax and open to things coming to me. So you may, because we have unexpected gifts and kindness, things you've been doing in the world may meet, and this isn't coming from a tit for tat, like, well, I helped you and now you need to help me. Sometimes things happen a little less specifically, like we put in a lot of like helpfulness towards others and put a lot of energy into life, into giving, and just like this recognition coming in of like, I would like to receive now. It doesn't have to be from the things and the people and the places that I gave to, but I'm opening, it's now my time to receive. And so I'm just opening and trusting that. And I feel like that's what's coming in. It's like this opening and trusting in receptivity, that it's your due in the balancing of universal energy scales, like you're due some receiving, you're due things coming to you, you're due more pleasure and ease. And it's not like this conscious thing, like, well, I've done this, so now I'm not going to do anything, and like I'm just going to expect life to give to me. It's very different than that. It's like you've caught a cosmic current and you understand it and you're just flowing with it. You're like, oh, I'm reading the signs. I get it. It's time for me to stop putting so much in. I'm open. Okay. I'm willing to receive. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people in life, I sometimes can be that way, where it's really hard to sit back and allow things to come to us. So some of you may be that way or not, but this is saying you're really in some kind of cosmic current where it's like you're just taking that note, you're just taking cue from the current of things and really understanding that it's time for you to sit back and let things come to you. And in that, there may be some kindness from others. It doesn't have to be kindness from others that you've been kind to or generous with. It's just this openness. And I think, that openness and that acceptance of things coming to you, you may be surprised where those gifts or the kindness come from, or what does come to you, but it's beautiful. However that takes place for you, this glow up, it's like you're just getting it. You're just opening and saying, yeah, it's time for me to receive some things. Okay, let's get a lunar card, see a little more context around this. I feel like this one really wants to come out. Full moon in Cancer. Yep. Cancer is all about the feminine energy. It's all about receptivity. It is about knowing how to turn, Cancer season in astrology, at least in the northern hemisphere, is the point in the year where our days start to wane. We've reached the longest day of the year. On the day that we move into Cancer season and the days start to wane. So it switches us from that kind of spring, masculine, assertive, active, making life grow kind of energy into starting to ease off, starting to trust that the energy you've put into life is now sort of sustaining itself. It's sort of growing without so much meddling and efforting from you. It's in, a more, things are in a more mature phase where they're able to grow without so much of your energy needed. And so less of your energy, but more of your heart. And it is heart opening. It is tuning into the emotion of things and the receptivity of things and the allowing of life to be a little easier, life to be a little bit more communal, for more than just you to share the load, allowing others to share the load, right? In that more communal feel of things. The message on here says a personal issue reaches a resolution. That doesn't resonate with me, but we'll see when we get another card or two out here if something pops up around that. But for right now, that doesn't, that's not hitting for me. That doesn't feel like a message for you guys. If it means something to you, great. If that doesn't mean anything to you for right now, we're not going to put anything into that. I'm just feeling just this sense of being able to switch into a receptive mode is mainly what's coming through here. Okay, let's get a Sacred Destiny card as well. Community. And that's interesting. I was just talking about communal things, letting more than you hold the load. And so it may even be kind of unexpected gifts or kindness coming to you. May not even be from a specific other. It may just be that like naturally your communities, your support systems start shouldering a little bit more, and that allows you to be able to ease off of certain pressures, being able to sit back more, knowing that like not everything has to be held by you, that there are capable people around me, there are loving people around me, there are people very much so willing to share the burdens as they should share the burdens, or even if they don't necessarily, there isn't a should, they're willing to share some burdens. But I love the rainbow and the butterflies coming in here. It does feel like a lightening up of energy and people very happy to hold some things that you don't need to hold anymore. And it just, and even sometimes when people hold things for us or we hold things for each other, there is sort of a joy that comes in that and helping each other. And it's sort of like that exponential sort of understanding of math, where it's like when we get into collaborative energy and we're getting into people's capabilities, when you say 1 + 1 in math equals 2, that's accurate. But sometimes when you say 1 + 1 in terms of there's me and now there's another helping, it doesn't equal 2, it equals more than that, because what I could get done as 1 and what that other could get done as 1 together could equal the 2. But when you're really in unison and there's like that communal energy, that shared energy and that shared holding of things actually ends up equaling like 3 or 4. Like it's like more ends up being able to get done than just the sum of the little parts. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it's just sort of, I'm feeling that like exponential energy where it's like each person or support system or community that starts helping to hold things for you here takes more than just like this duty and that duty that I've shoveled around to people off my list. It's like the whole list is being held by everyone now. And so you're not just weighted down by specific things. It's like everyone's sharing a responsibility. And this is kind of metaphor. I hope that makes sense to you. But I just do feel like support systems coming in here and a glow up in you and starting to relax into letting that be, letting support systems be there, letting others hold things with and for you. And just a trust and a lightening up of things and a beautifying of things and a flow of things starting to be easier and be more joyful and then I can't also help the wishing well, just that title, that like it will feel like a dream come true. Like you couldn't have wished for better circumstances and scenarios to step in and make life unexpectedly lighter, and unexpected kindnesses, and a balance that was overdue in terms of weight you've been holding. It's just like, yeah, and I just feel this urge to say, let it happen. I do get this sense from this pile that like you probably feel a lot of responsibility in life and are capable and willing to hold a lot of responsibility. And this is saying like, yes, the glow up is coming in for you and you will experience that glow up to some extent, but this is saying there's degrees though, and the more you're willing to lean into that and allow it, the more you will experience this. Okay, I feel like I've been rambling on this one, but there was just like a lot coming through. Okay, so getting a last message from the Divine Feather Messenger, and one just popped out. So I know that didn't show on camera, but it just sort of flew out immediately. So Owl, your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Yeah, so there are inner knowings, I think, of like I tapped into earlier, of like a certain cosmic current that you're aware of. Like trust that intuition, especially like what I said, that like maybe sometimes you guys have a hard time allowing others to shoulder burdens for you or with you. Trust that inner knowing that's saying, but right now that's open to you. Like lean into those inner knowings instead of being like, my intuition's saying that, but I don't know how to let go of some control here, or being the person responsible or in charge. It's like, no, just trust those intuitive things. They're very accurate. Let go. You will be caught. Life will be made lighter. Burdens will be shared with joy and ease. So relax, right? Basically, it's just like relax. And that glow up is coming for you, but know that there is a degree that this message is talking about. Like you can relax more than you think. Like really let go into it. It's not saying like just become a sloth and give everything away, but like really relax to the extent you keep feeling intuitively you can relax into. Let life be a little easier, or some aspect of life where it's been a little overly burdensome on you. Let things naturally become more and more easy and held by more and more people or supports, All right, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. If this resonated, I always appreciate support with likes, shares, and subscribes. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments as well. And I hope to see you in future readings, and good luck with this beautiful glow up. I just last comment, just feel like it's so due to you guys. So enjoy it. All right, see you guys.